Hello and welcome to the Nonsense Chronicles. This is Doug Sashry, and as always, joined to my right,
Rob Mendiola.
Greetings, Rob.
Greetings, Doug.
Hey, another day.
It's a busy Sunday, man.
It is a busy Sunday.
It's a good Sunday. I woke up today.
Well, it's always good when you wake up.
It's always good, man. I'm not always sure I'm going to, but when I do, I'm pretty damn excited about it.
Well, you know what is curious? I don't know. No, I do know from when we went to Gettysburg. What do you sleep with?
I sleep with this same thing, just oxygen, just straight oxygen.
No mask.
No, I don't use a mask. I've gotten used to this.
The hose.
Just the one under my nose type thing, you know.
Okay.
Like the hospital.
Yeah.
So I got really used to it and sleeping like at a 30-degree angle on my back, and that's just how I roll.
You know what's really weird is a few years ago, my mom's going to be 92 this year. A few years ago, I got my mom. When your parents get that old, there's nothing you can buy them. I mean, they have everything. That you get that age. I mean, you don't want a new skateboard.
Yeah.
So hopefully not after 5 hip surgeries. But I got her a weighted blanket.
Oh yeah, I've heard those are really cool.
Now, they are, but here's the story behind it. So this is a few years ago, and she's going to be 92 this November. I got her the weighted blanket, and about 3 weeks later, she calls and goes, "Do you want this thing back?" I'm like, "What?" My mom will never do this. She's good on, she would lie, even, but
yeah,
she got trapped under the weighted blanket.
Oh yeah, they're heavy.
Because I did not get her a cheap one. I got one that was really good from my
They're like
mom.
a good 20 pounds, but it's spread across your whole body.
Oh, this is easily more
Well,
than
you should
20
see what I
pounds.
sleep.
Yeah.
Spring has menopause, so she has like one little blanket and a fan. And
Yeah.
I've got like 6.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Trying to stay warm, man.
Yeah.
And one is a heating blanket,
I know.
and I have that shit cranked.
But no, the story of it was that I took the weighted blanket and I forgot it almost all winter. I have a favorite blanket I've had for probably 2 decades. And my mom called me Linus as a kid because I always have a blanket.
You got your whoopee.
I got my whoopee. And but I still sleep with it on my side and all this. But man, I put that weighted blanket on me and I can sleep on my back.
Yeah.
Everything. It just, man, it is fantastic. Especially since I had the sinus surgery.
It looks like you got some good sleep last night.
Yeah.
We have a big busy day today, and we're on number 2, and we got a special guest in the house today.
We do.
All the way out in the studio in person,
Yes.
which I love.
Mr. Adrian Arce.
What's up, dude?
What's up, guys?
Nice to have you out, man. Finally.
Yeah,
That's good.
it was not a bad drive.
No, you're not that far from us.
Yeah.
I mean, we basically have to drive into Cypress to get groceries.
Oh
So-
yeah. Well, no, I used to work out here a little bit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but no, it's a beautiful home you have.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
Good
that.
to see you guys.
Good to see you, man. What are you doing these days, man?
He's doing a lot, man.
What are you doing?
He does everything.
Well, let me get my banjo out and
Yeah.
start chanting all the things. But no, I still
Let him flex a little bit.
I still have my 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
Mechanical engineering at Deepwater Corrosion. Been there for
Very
like
cool.
10 years.
That
Or
sounds like
actually,
a cool job.
Probably about 12 years now. But no, that's still going, and I'm thankful for that. And I am still currently in Dead Set Red, and I
Lead singer.
Yeah, I also joined up with the guys in the Stellar tribute.
It's a very good show.
For Incubus, and I've also hopped onto a new band, Aramite, which is one of my buddy's bands. He's had it for about 9 or 10 years, but
Wow.
that's a fun one. It's in its adolescent stage right now, but
It's called Aramite.
yeah, Aramite, and then like always, I'm still doing the media stuff,
Yeah.
the graphic design, the videography, and photography now, which was added on a few years ago.
Yeah.
Is that check 1, 2?
Yes, Check 1 2 Productions.
There you go.
Nice.
And no, it's just it's been a slow past year, but it's picking up and it's doing really well. I'm getting more enthusiastic about it.
You've been doing the video stuff for a while, though, right? Didn't you do like one for Nova Skyway?
I did. One
That was
with,
a while back, right?
Yeah, with their former vocalist.
Right. That's right.
Garrett.
I remember that.
And that one was really cool.
Yeah.
We utilized a lot of lighting techniques that I had never tried before, but in every sense of the whole video world, I've always just said I could do something I couldn't, just so I could figure it out real quick and try to get it done. And that was one of those things. Probably one of my favorite videos still.
Yeah, it's a good video.
Yeah, but I've worked with a lot of local bands, and
You hear that, Doug? You hear that, Doug? He works with a lot of local bands.
Locals? What?
Yeah, I work with pretty much anybody who's willing to take a shot on me, and I just did one for Wellborn Road, The Gift of War. That one is my first one in about a year. Been pretty busy with life, so
Yeah.
definitely excited to get back into it, and I've got a couple more coming up.
Is the summer usually busier for you? Like some
Yeah, I mean, and it's taken a turn because I've also joined on with Stellar and Incubus Experience, so us trying to book every other couple months, and then with Dead Set, we're actually finally recording finalized music, and it's been a while for us. We've gone through our own thing, our revolving door of members, but we've got something solid now, and it's been doing really well. We've got regular meetings, as far as video calls that we kind of just get, if we can't meet up, we take care of some business, But yeah, the summer definitely gets busy.
Yeah. Are you playing Houston primarily, or y'all trying to venture out?
With Dead Set, I think we probably are gonna venture out more than we are playing here. Same thing with Stellar. We do have a good relationship in San Antonio, and also we're looking towards Austin and Dallas this year. But we also have something potentially in McAllen down south.
Oh, wow.
So traveling is probably the main focus for us to I guess reach out more and focus on that.
Get some new fans.
Yeah, but it's always great to be called back to our home base, which is right there at BFE, and sadly,
it's so good to see that place still going.
Yeah, sadly, Acadia's not there, but that's one of our other ones we used to hit up all the time. It is always a good time, no matter how many times we play it, and it is a family event there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's y'all have a good sound, man. Even with rotating different musicians, and y'all have always been steady, and you've been up front, and that's been constant.
Well, you keep Stan, Chubbs, and you kind of been the constant members, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of carries, I guess.
Yeah, and another thing
over.
is, it's just our standard of inviting people in. It's we know there's someone with a total package, out there that's like plays good, looks. Or actually, it doesn't even matter if you look good. It's just like
it helps,
if you
though.
play good, and if you're there, when you need to be, and if you're proactive with us, and nothing's there's not a lot of friction. It's like, but the playing good, like, that's got to be one of our
because you got to be able to keep up, and Stan's a beast, man. So.
Yeah,
and Chubbs is a beast on drums, so to match that on the bass and stuff,
Yeah, we definitely we found that with Josh and Rob Marshall that
very good
joined
guys.
us. I mean, Josh and Stan are basically twins in different eras and different.
A good matchup. Though.
They understand each other's language, which it's for me and everybody else in the band where we look on and they're just like. Speaking, some
guitar.
gibberish, and and it works out. And same thing with Rob, because Rob is so talented in, because he's a former member of Good Job Underground and Glass Intrepid and To Whom It May.
Yeah,
and he's always been surrounded by professionals too, and what he brings is a lot more than I could have asked for a bass player. And we're only scratching the surface of what this group can do.
Yeah. So this new material is going to be all
Yeah,
Kind of putting it all out there.
Yeah, it's a little heavier. I'm actually becoming a screamer now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it's something that I never even worried about too much, you know. And I know that we had members in the past that could do it, and you know, at some point, what I liked changed, and to where I keep doing it live anyway, like in random spots. And I'm like, that felt good, and like I should write more aggressive than I have been, and yeah, it's coming to a point where you could either, I guess, go in a more top 40 radio friendly side, or you could go in the heavier section. And I think all of us kind of agreed that we'll probably never go to that other side, you know, and we still have that as a foundation for sure. But no, yeah, we're definitely,
because y'all still can play a lot of cool melody, and you got cool vocal still that y'all can bring stuff down if you had to or wanted to.
Yeah,
so that's really nice to know, though.
Yeah, I really enjoy that we started off being like, you know, we want to sound like these big stadium bands, and our producer for the first EP that we had, it was pretty cool working with him, Brad Lambert from Hindsight.
Oh yeah.
If you know his music, you kind of understand why some of my vocals sound a certain way. It's because you know, I had a really good vocalist showing me what I could do other than what I was doing, and it just opened up a world of you know, different melodies for me.
Yeah.
And no, we're really proud of that one. I don't think any of us have any kind of regrets on what we did at the time. We will add in some new like new riffs or something while we play live, or like something we'll chop up just for fun, you know. Yeah. But you know, everything we did at that point, we were happy with. And then you know, the newer stuff, it was our first time actually kind of getting down and dissecting our stuff, you know, with everything we learned from the past. And I think it's going really well, and excited to see that develop a little bit more.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of work with Magic Studios as well, huh? It's on your flip side.
I try to be as available as I can, but Magic, you know, so a lot of people still think, or they do think, that I'm affiliated like as an employee there, which is not a bad thing at all, because I love those guys and they're like family to me, you know. And
Magic is Kareem.
Yeah, Kareem and Chubbs.
You know them, right, Doug?
Quite well, man. I love those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, but they've been doing so many new things, you know, 3D sensor type of virtual effects now with their video wall and Unreal Engine, and still doing practical film lighting setups. And it's getting better and better. And you know, not only is it Kareem and Chubbs, Zach, he's building sets and stuff like that that go in there, and I think they're on a roll, you know, and it's only going to get better for them, especially with the cost of doing all this stuff at different locations. Like they shot a
yes, they did
commercial for us, you know. They did some work with that, and it looked fantastic
for Tony Satchery.
Yeah. I saw that one. I was really surprised at that.
The Renaissance themed.
Yeah. And they just keep getting more and more.
They're building up their clients.
Yeah. And I think they're also going to drop by my job and do a little, I guess, like company overview.
Oh, cool.
Stuff, and that's going to work well in their portfolio. But
I
when I first got to that place, when I was just joining Dead Set, it was rehearsal studios and a recording studio, and there was really nothing going on there besides that.
Yeah.
And no, it's great to see underneath it all, Kareem and I both had the same kind of passion for film, and I had never known until Chubbs told me. He was like, yeah, he's gonna cut these studios out, and he's gonna build a whole like film studio.
Wow. It's fantastic.
And I was like, what?
I've never been there, but I've been dying to go.
I did, because I took guitar there.
You need to take me there one day.
Anytime, man. 2013, and that was
wow.
It was a lot different. Yeah, it was.
We should drag the podcast up there and interview Kareem and Chubbs.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
would be
sure
kinda
they'd
cool.
be happy to host that with a nice, cool background.
Hell
It'll
yeah,
look
let's
like
do that.
Sports Center or something.
Oh, we can video that, Doug, and then they
Yeah,
can
we-
edit it for you.
yeah, we can put that. We can put that on the.
Doug's
Yeah.
been trying to get me to do video, but I'm like, I don't have time to edit video.
No, well, luckily, it could happen in real time now, where it's
Yeah.
just like somebody pushing buttons, like you're talking.
Switching cameras.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
so
awesome.
and you're doing with Check 1 2. You're doing video.
Yeah, I started off doing this because I want to say Chubbs told somebody, like, because he works with a lot of rappers.
Yeah.
And somebody called me from an unknown number, whatever, and they're like, "Hey, I heard you do videos," and I was like, "What kind of videos?" And he was like promotional and like music videos. And then I took I probably should turn off mine, but I took
Sorry about that.
It took like 5 seconds to answer him, and I was like, "Yes, I do them."
Yeah, of course I do.
And I did not have a camera.
Oh, wow.
I did not know editing software.
You sound like me, man. I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, but when I was a kid, my younger brother and I, we had a tape camcorder or whatever, and we'd make little gangster videos in our room and outside, and like back then it was like you film this part and then you're like, okay, we need to do something else. So you rewind it a little bit, pause it, and then you run out there and you shoot your next scene. And if you screw it up, you got to rewind and record again. Like,
Yeah.
it was like that. So we made our own little films, and I always loved it. I loved movies, big into trivia for that type of thing. I know way too many actors' names. Like, I'm on IMDb too many times.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So this being like, a part of my life where I was like down, and I was like, let me just say yes to everything. Like the movie Yes Man.
Yes.
Like, let's see what's up. And
Especially if you're gonna make some money, right? I'm like, oh yeah.
yeah, and then
I'm down with that.
He asked me about that, and I was like, yeah, I do it. And then sure enough, I had to figure it all out. We shot it. It's I'm proud of it. And from then it
was a rap video.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
From then, it had a good storyline too. It was about domestic violence.
Oh, good.
And yeah, it was a real good time for me to shine on the creativity side, and then just understand what I was capable of in the first place. And then from then on, I did a few private videos like baby showers and wedding videos. Like my first wedding video was my boss. He just hired me, and it was like, here, I'll give you this. I was like, dang, I don't really know how to do this, but I like anything. You either YouTube it or watch something.
And just get an idea.
Watch a reference, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
No matter what, person
you've already got the creative side on your side because that's natural for you, right? So you're just trying to figure out the technical part of it.
Yeah, and ultimately, when you're doing like the private videos, it's more like they have an advantage of it being sentimental to them.
Yeah.
So no matter how you package up and you give it to them, and it's like they feel it more than you did when you're editing it. Or like, oh, that's a good shot. Oh, that looks good. You give it to them, and you get a text back and it's like, we're crying right now, and it's like, yes, I did my job.
You did your job.
You did it, and it, I think that is the most risky part of what I do is having someone have their like emotion tied to it. Because if you screw up, you screw up big, and that's why.
And you can't go redo it.
Yeah.
Like weddings, it's like it's a do or die thing.
But a great thing about being a singer and being in the music world is when I picked up video, I had a clientele already.
Yeah.
Like I already knew a lot of people that needed it. And I was just like, okay, well, who wants this? And it's just like a frenzy at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needed it. I went out without being asked and just did recap videos of like whole shows. And like I'd be in and out. Like I'd finish my show with Jet Set, and then I run across to another venue and then film somebody that whoever was on the stage at that time, I just filmed them and I left again.
Wow.
Edited it, put it back. It turned out that was one of Hold On Hollywood's shows at District 249. And then I came back and I gave it to them, and that one came out great. So I'm like, man, this is going well.
Yeah.
And, I started off small, of course, with what I could afford and all the DIY stuff. And I still am kind of that way. I still don't have a full frame camera, but the proof has been in the pudding. Like as far as
I mean, people shoot these with iPhones now. I mean,
yeah,
and it works.
I actually shot my first performance video for Raf Rivera, doing his bass guitar cover of a 10 Years song with my phone.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it totally.
The only thing I had was a gimbal, and that's what kind of added to the cinematic aspect of it, is having a smooth.
Yeah,
in fact, I probably need to have you out to the house because I'm trying to. I'm shooting some food videos and I'll put them on my Instagram and stuff like that. But I want them to look a lot more professional than I look. I need some. I have a son that's graduating film school at U of H.
Robbie.
He's getting ready to graduate from film school.
Wow.
I'd like to have him over, but also have you over and get some pointers on that because.
You know what? That's another thing is when you want to create videos like that and you want to put them on social media, it's more like what's more important, the attention or what you're actually making. I feel like it's always the attention.
It's attention almost, but you draw them into this or that. But see, because on that, you're not seeing the whole, you're doing chop, 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 chop.
Yeah. The chopping is where for me and my kids, we go to all the time, and I always try to capture moments that I'm going to forget. I'm going to, I'm going to have all these little reels that I put up where it's just like 1 second clips all put together into a 30-second thing. And it's like, I remember that whole day just because of like the way it was cut up.
Yeah.
But if it's like you're sitting there watching something and
you could get lost on it. But on a food video, we're talking maybe 20 to 30 seconds tops,
because that's I do follow a good amount of food influencers or creators or whatever on TikTok and Instagram, and they really have made it look beautiful. But I know for a fact the real process of doing all that stuff, it's like you're constantly cleaning things and you're constantly
I mean,
they do.
It's like you make a mess, you need it to look great at the end.
It is. Look, that's what I want, because I don't want, like I said, I'd like to give it more professional. We started working with food influencers before I started working with the music ones, and it's a different ball game. Look, we talked. I talked about when 2020, when the COVID shut everything down and you couldn't see music, and how I had. I encouraged a few people, hey, man, do some video. Then all of a sudden I see Live at Bill's. Well, if you look at Live at Bill's, and look, there were some great ones that I loved from Lava Cantina and some other ones, but nobody did it better than Live at Bill's to me.
And they were shooting with iPhones.
Yeah, and if you go and you look at that setup, like it is like you said, it's a lot of cleaning pots and pans, but it's Bill running around. If you see him, see him before. Y'all played that. Y'all shot.
Did. I was the one, or actually me and Chubbs both were like looking at everything like, dang, this is like insane the way they have everything set up to where it's like the control room is top of the line as far as I'm concerned.
It's pretty sharp.
And it sounds like it. I mean, not to make it sound bad, but Bill's not a young guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's all these guys are running all this high tech equipment like nothing, like butter, and it's like, man, if they can do it, like why not? Why can't I step up ever? But I feel like the equipment that they have there, I was looking at it, I was like, I have that camera, and it's the thing that brings me the most money, and it's the thing that I care about the most, and it's just barely like a B camera over here.
It's a B camera.
It's like. Yeah,
they really put a lot of money into their cameras lately.
Yeah, and if you look, if when y'all played there, if you probably noticed stopped maybe about 30 minutes or 45 to an hour almost before y'all were done. But that stretch between an hour and a half or so between that time and that 45 minutes before you started, Bill was probably like he was a mouse just running all over, man.
Yeah, you either see him going this way or that way. Yeah,
and he is a
good guy,
perfectionist. I love the way he does it, and
they got some big things coming too. I think.
Yeah, they do. I know
they're picking it back up, and they're starting to do some new stuff.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard any details about it, but I want to say that he ended up. Did he sell his home?
No.
No, but he's got a deal that they're working on for the long term.
To take it more, I think, live or global, I think, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, those kinds of productions are amazing, and they've done a lot for us, and we appreciate it. And another one, not to mention, or another production, R&R Studios. Have you been?
Oh yeah,
there?
R&R Studios. Yeah, we played there
yeah,
too.
Roger's amazing.
Roger is very good.
He's
Well, he was streaming it live using GoPros.
yeah,
And that was
in
pretty
separate
incredible too,
rooms.
yeah.
Yeah, and that studio is just insane.
Yeah,
Like,
it's very
the
cool.
way it's set up, and
again, built into his home.
yeah, we have a great time when we go there too.
Yeah.
And he's he also
He's a funny dude. He's also a musician.
yeah
so he understands what you want to hear.
He ended up having a great deal with the medical industry now that he
He's doing
films,
videos,
surgeries and stuff live, or like for I guess the colleagues or the people in training. But that's amazing too. He's getting started in robotics too. Like
that is so cool.
Like I don't know how he does all that.
He's a hustler, man. I think he just goes for it, and it's been working out for him.
I worked with him at a Sugarland hotel for Emerson. It was like a giant, like 12-room presentation where there's a speaker and there's a
you were working cameras with him.
Yeah, I was one of the room. I guess it's like a hybrid meeting. So some of it's on a video and some of it's actually like there's people there.
Yeah.
Right. So that was cool because I was able to utilize some of the stuff I was working on with OBS, like just doing like multicam, and web streaming, like live events, and it was like 4 days straight.
Wow.
Like all the gear that he rented, it was like I just met these guys. There was like 6 or 7 of us, and we all kind of knew the same amount. Yeah, and we kicked butt, and
cool.
That was a good experience, and it made me more valuable at work because we needed a hybrid meeting set up there. So we had, our team's video plus the people plus the PA system and all that, and a presentation. And I ended up picking out all the stuff to get, the mixer, the microphones, the speakers, all that, and really just adding something to my belt, because
that's always a positive, right?
Yeah, and it's something like now if somebody says, "Oh, I wish I could do this live," I'm like, well, I mean, I can help you. Cha-ching,
Yeah,
that's right.
Doug's been trying to get somebody to come set up his cameras for his streaming video because he's a gamer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He plays every day with Scotty Austin and Courtney Austin.
Well, we play a lot of Call of Duty. I'm on Xbox. Scotty and them are on PlayStation, and there's computer guys out there too. But
are you a gamer?
I used to be. My kids are more than me.
I remember you telling me that.
I never grew up. I'm sorry.
They're in the Roblox world though, and they're also like my son is actually the most popular gamer in the house because every time I look in on what he's doing, he's got people following him everywhere in these games, and like my daughter, she's got a group phone call with her friends after school sometimes, and she's like barking orders at everybody. You go there. No, we're gonna go around this side. This and this side. All right, y'all stay there.
That's too cool.
And I'm like, dang, you guys,
they're in it.
10 years old.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody has a kid in their house that's into that. And,
possibly. I was never good at it.
Now, I mean, at one point I had the time for it.
Yeah.
And, like that would never happen now. Yeah.
I can't. I tried. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I would get lost in it though. That's the thing is I re-downloaded the whole Halo package like from start to finish.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Just to show my kids like, hey, this is a fun game. You want to shoot aliens? Here, check this out. I give it to my son, and he's a pro, and my daughter too. And eventually, like they kept charging me for it, and I was like, man, I paid a lot for this already, and now I got to pay for a subscription to some.
Yeah, it seems like it's a big business for sure.
Yeah, but no, that's a fun time too.
Now, something else I've heard you singing on before is with Manny Herrera from iRise.
Oh yeah,
and Parabellum.
Yeah,
he's a super cool dude, man.
Yeah, that's got to be one song that I'm most proud of.
That brings me back to you.
Yeah, it was
really good.
Well, he sent me this idea like this guitar idea, and he said,
Does he play guitar
to
too?
make
I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
no, but I'm sure he could if
I'm
he
sure he
tried.
can, yeah.
But I think Wade had done that. But I'm not. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that he probably created the. Oh, you know what? He did make an acoustic guitar track and send it to me. So he did write it.
Yeah.
But all I had was that, and then a few days later, he sent me some poem or lyrics that his wife had written, and I was like, okay, this kind of works. And what I had done was kind of tied in each one of those lines to make it make sense.
Yeah.
To where it's like, I can't say all this stuff because it's not
too
very
much.
song formatted
Right,
or
right.
whatever. And I was kind of just being a guest anyway. I wasn't set out to write something original for myself, but
Yeah.
I found to be, to relate to it,
Yeah.
and so I made each one of her lines kind of tie in to make it a song worthy, for me to
flow.
say out, right? Yeah, and then I never even showed him. Like I just said I'm ready, and we talked to Wade, and he said, "All right, we're coming this day." I walked in there and I spent 2 hours there,
That's
and I
it.
left.
Wow.
And when I hit the gas station, he already sent me the mix back.
Oh wow.
They were
That's
like,
awesome.
yeah, and Wade and I clicked really well.
Who's
The
this
guy-
Wade?
So Wade Consian, he's a videographer as well, and he's
Okay.
in a few bands. He's a really talented guy, and
He has his own
he's-
studio?
He actually, or he has a studio in his home, which that's really all he needs. Like he actually filmed Parabellum's
The one he did at
Trapped
the
Inside Myself, I think.
the one they did at the House of Blues, I think.
It was at Warehouse Studios, and
okay.
and Frank was in it.
Oh, okay.
The one about Alzheimer's dementia, and I didn't know that. Yeah, he did that, but no, he does a lot of VFX work, and he's done. You really got to see it, but he's got some videos that he did. I think Affinity Falls. He did one for them that hasn't been released, but I think it will be. Looks great, and To Whom It May, he did some of that too.
Okay, yeah. Man, those guys are so good too.
But yeah, he does this great green screen keying of the members, and he put them in 3D environments. And it looks amazing. But like he's somebody that I look up to, and as far as me and him clicking that day, he was like, "All right, cool, we'll do this for Harmony, and then we'll be done." And I just kind of just finished it out there, and I think it was great.
Yeah, that's unusual for like somebody just to lay a track down like that and then just bail. Kind of like have that trust.
Well, yeah, because when I was there in the booth hearing it, it sounded pretty good. And I was like, dang, like, because you know how vocals, there's sometimes layers, that you gotta put on there, and he kind of just
did it in real time.
Yeah, he kind of had an octave effect on there in some cases, and I was like, okay, well that's cool. It sounds natural, and I just did what I wrote, at the time, and they both ended up really enjoying it in the studio, and we're like, yeah, that's cool, that's cool. And I left.
He sent that to me pretty early too, before it was released.
Yeah, no,
I was like, dude, that's
it was
cool.
probably the same day I got it.
Probably,
because I got it in probably 15 minutes after I left. But Wade's fast at his what he does as far as audio goes.
Yeah.
But we should have. I'm always open to work more with other people.
Yeah.
And I think in the beginning of all this, when I first started Dead Set, it was one of those decisions where somebody called me, and I'm holding a child in my arms, and I'm stressed out, and I'm like, I'm down. I don't care what it is. Like, let's go. I hang up the phone, and I'm like, all right, this is gonna be a mess, or it's gonna be great. And it turned out to be great. No matter what progress we've made so far, which is, it's not much, but other bands would be totally out by now. If we had 7 songs on the internet, and the rest we just play it all the time, and there's no real movement on anything, there's no tours and all that, like they would be done, you know. And for us, it's just like we enjoyed kicking ass every weekend and every other month or so. And then now it's like, for me, my big push is to leave some more breadcrumbs, for the future when, like, oh yeah, I don't remember all those times we went to this one bar, but I do have this music to listen to. Like that, and that's one of my big pushes for this band is to just release stuff, and focus on that. And the shows will come, every few months or whatever. But we'll never get this time again to put stuff out, And for anybody that asks me if I think I've been asked to be in like other bands, like
I'm sure all the time.
At least once a year. But like,
I mean, that's the hardest part. That's finding a good vocalist is like the toughest job, right?
I mean,
for bands,
anybody right now, you know, because like
there's like million guitarists though.
Yeah, because you don't want to share somebody with somebody though. That's the other thing. Unless you know that they're good at handling all that.
Yeah.
And like with me, I didn't feel any kind of worry joining Stellar or even Aramite, because I knew that what I had over here with Dead Set, I was doing the most I could anyway. And still there was time for like downtime or whatever. Mm-hmm. And with Stellar, I think I was telling you earlier that these guys are completely different in a way to where they're used to making money. They're used to like, learning this stuff at home, and like they got it and they just show up ready to work and to get paid. And in some cases, that's really the reason why it works is because the necessities of each party, they're different,
Yeah. And they're not locking you down in the studio. I mean, in rehearsal room.
Yeah, when the
3 nights a week,
Yeah, and the tribute, it's the creative part is still there. Like we still have to make it a little worthwhile, instead of
keep the songs interesting.
Yeah, and I try to stick like straight to the little.
You do a lot
pieces.
of comedy on your shows.
No,
you got this like dry humor thing. It's cool though. I like it.
Yes, I tell the guys in Dead Set. So this is completely different, but in Dead Set, it's more about like, let's get through this empty spot and just go to the next, or like play something. And then instead, it's like we only have so many things we can do between each song. There's so many songs that we play sometimes, and it's like, unless I'm like buzzing or whatever, I'm not really saying much, and I'm just kind of talking in circles until I run out of words, and I'm like, oh well, that didn't work out. But but no, sometimes I'll be I'll be having a little comedy show. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's cool though. It works. He's got some humor.
Oh, you saw us at Wildcatter, didn't you? I think.
Oh, I've seen y'all quite a few places. BFE, Wildcatters. Let's see. I've seen. Oh yeah. I watched you in Foundation Room with Stellar.
Oh right.
I've seen you at Scout.
Stellar I hadn't seen yet, but I need to.
Yeah,
I've seen
they're really
Dead Set
good
several times, but I need to.
It's a fun time.
Yeah, I want to come out and see. I've actually seen it listed several times, and like, damn it, I want to go.
Yeah, that's
now I just can't go somewhere where they smoke, so that limits me. That's why I caught your last show at Foundation Rooms, and I knew I didn't smoke there. I was like, I can go there.
That was a nice place. And
that's a very nice place.
What's crazy is that there was complaints about people having too good a time in that place more there. Because remember, there was people dancing and there was like hooting and hollering and stuff. And
I think they do kind of like it a little more low key.
Yeah, but then later on, I was like, oh, this band's playing there? And like their vocabulary is nonstop cussing, vulgar and all this, and like their crowd.
I think they wanted to be a little more classy. And I think Adrian, I thought it was real funny. He's like, they got really nice toilet paper in the bathrooms. I was like, that's freaking funny.
No, I think it was I think it said something like, "This is the nicest place I ever dropped a deuce."
Oh, maybe something like that. Yeah, maybe it was something like that.
Real, because you reach out and it's like the walls got the texture on there. That it's like
it's a very cool place,
Greek tile and whatnot.
Yeah,
no,
it's not cool like place. your typical venues out here, that we just kind of crash at.
No, yeah, but I really want to see more of those pop up. I mean, there are a lot of places we have not played, like down in the lower east side, I guess. Secret Group and Black Magic and all that. Those
Black Magic
little
Social
things.
Club, yeah.
And I want to go out there, and I know that in some cases it's like the end and all that was down for a while. It was like
But they're popping back up now. Yeah.
Yeah. So, in all of that, it's like, okay, well, we're over here doing our own writing and stuff anyway. So once we do get back to regularly playing shows, it'll probably be, every other 2 months we might play in town.
Have y'all done Stellar? At Sawyer Park?
Yes.
Man, that is a nice place too. Actually.
Yeah. That was not my finest hour.
No?
Wow. I drank a little too much.
Oh,
And I
okay.
didn't eat enough, so I was like exhausted and just rambling. And I accidentally let the crowd have my wireless microphone for the second to last song, I think.
Oh.
And there was a lot of people that did not know the song.
Oh.
But they were passing around
What
the
song
microphone.
was that? Lovebirds.
I think it was, I don't even remember.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That was Stellar, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got off stage. I went walking around like I normally do when somebody else is singing it, and then I'm like looking back and like everybody has their phones and they're just chanting it and passing it, and like my guys are up there shaking their head like, dude,
That was a bad
come
idea.
come back up here.
That was a bad idea.
But no, we should be booking another show with them soon. With Maddie, the manager there, yes, and then that's a fun one. But a really big one that's coming up is April 19th at Barge 295.
Oh wow, that's still going on. I thought they were shutting that down.
Well, apparently the place rolled off into the ocean, but it came back.
Oh wow.
No, I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
That's how it happened.
Wait,
but,
where's this at?
Seabrook.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
Yeah, and that place was amazing. We played
Yeah.
there. I forgot when it was. Probably last year, I guess, or summer. But it was a big open area. There was a beach volleyball there. There's
Yeah, it's supposed to be a pretty nice place.
And
But last time I had heard they were going to shut it down or
yeah,
whatever,
they I guess they're up and running.
Well,
And
cool.
we're actually going there with a lot of really good tributes in that era. So what's it called? There's a Blink 182, there's a Green Day, there's a Red Hot Chili Peppers, Sublime, and then No Doubt. That's the other one. I guess they're just starting up now. Or
I haven't seen that one. That's cool.
Have y'all played with Cameron Taylor from Secret of Boris? His 9 Inch Nails tribute, Mr. Self-Destruct. They come and play a lot too.
We have played with them. I think our very first show we played with them and Testify at Warehouse Live, the original Warehouse Live
before it moved.
Yeah, but we were trying to book them at Scout, and
they play.
the date kept moving.
Thomas likes booking them a lot, man.
Huh.
We'll probably end up booking.
They stay at the house when
May
they come through.
30th.
Yes.
I think May 30th. I think we might try to lock that down.
Cool.
Thanks for reminding me about that.
They're good guys, man. I've known them for a long time. When I
Really?
go up to the Dallas,
Dallas.
scene.
Yeah, they're class acts. Like when I message them, sometimes I'm like, let's see if these guys even care who I am, and it's like they're polite as hell, and
That's
it's
cool.
like what's going on, Adrian? This and this, and no problem. Don't worry about it. And it's cool. Those guys are great. So.
Cameron, Ryan, Paragraph. Yeah, there's 2 Ryans. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, they what about the place on the what about the old, what was it, the 19th Pier or whatever in Seabrook or Kima? Is that still, somebody ever reopened that shit?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
I think I don't know.
The only thing with 19th we got is the whole.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm trying to, the place I'm talking about.
19th Street Pier, probably.
Pier, something like that. Yeah.
No, I heard there was some issues, and
they definitely were some issues there.
Yeah,
safety
I
issues.
say issues, but then my brain just wants to say that somebody had died there.
Oh, wow.
something
Oh God,
during
I know there
an
was
altercation.
assaults or whatever. Yeah.
We got 12th Street Bar. Y'all play there?
We have in Dead Set a long time ago when it was actually before they rebuilt like the stage area.
Oh wow, I didn't know they rebuilt it.
Well, they had that. What about that place in Conroe that opened up? Remember that? And they had the outside set up.
That's a new place.
That was pretty nice too. It was.
It looks nice.
It's something like northeast side of Conroe, and it's open outside.
Conroe Ice House or something.
Yeah, it's like that.
I gotta write that one down too because
It's
Check
pretty
it
nice.
out. It's nice. It really is.
It looks really good.
yeah, my guitar player Josh he's living in Conroe right now, and need to send him out there to go peep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Make
good if
those connects.
Well, yeah, because it's good if you can kind of play all the way from the coast all the way, come back up and play
north, hit the north side.
Yeah.
Spread it out a little bit.
Yeah. That's the thing is, I think the last few shows we had were at BFE just because we were kind of like on a little hiatus, and somebody really needed someone for a benefit show, and typically we're not about, this kind of sounds like shit, but like we're not about joining every single benefit,
No.
if we know that, this situation, was avoidable or something like that. We're like, okay, but if it's somebody we really know needs it and we're really in for it, like we know we have a lot to sacrifice for every show we have. We got to take off work, got to find somebody for the kids and all this stuff. And,
I agree. I think that the bands that do the benefits, I think they actually should rotate and not expect the same people to do them again and again.
We were always the band that was like, we'll do it.
Because you don't want to be that guy, but ultimately that's what you are.
Yeah, David and them.
But it paid off for me because when they did my benefits, everybody played at my benefits. So
that's true. Yeah.
I was like, so I'm glad I did all those benefits.
Yeah.
We called yours the Catholic guilt benefit.
Yeah, right.
Come to do it. Yeah.
Well, John was always promoting us, so like he would always call me up. Can you do this benefit? I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
John was big into benefits. Bless his heart. He was such a good dude, always trying to look out for everyone.
Yeah, he offered up a benefit for my aunt and my dad, who passed away about like 10 years ago.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that's the thing is, like, him and I, we have had our downs, throughout this whole my whole at least performing career here. One of my first shows was at BFE with Frankie and I think it was like Good Job Underground, Dev Electric, all the Hometown Hero guys. Yeah. And I finally realized how much the music family is. I'm more exposed to them than my own family at this point because all of my siblings live kind of far away from me. My mom lives in San Antonio. I still got my grandma here and my grandpa, and he's a guitar player and he still plays his little gigs and everything. But the people I see the most are these people that show up every weekend or every other weekend to these shows, and it's like, time flies, and these people, you're gonna remember all these connections and good times, and in some cases, you end up being more family with your friends.
They definitely show up for you.
That's very true, man. And
it's hard to ignore the people that show up for you, right?
Yeah.
I've honestly met some great people and friends, and they're all different in different music scenes, and I'm thankful for meeting every single one of them, including yourself, man.
Yeah. And whenever Chubbs told me about when you sponsored our listening party, I think it was one of the first times I even heard of you, and I was like, wait, the seasoning? And he was like, yeah, we know him, and I was like, I was kind of fanboying because I was like, man, I love this and this and this. I even have this in my and I was like, what is going on here? And we ended up having a real good listening party, and like those kind of things, those kind of moments there where kind of come together and introduce each other to our other friends. It's like this web gets bigger and bigger.
It's a music community. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and the ones there are some people that they don't stick, right? Just because their attitude. They
got too much drama. Yeah. You come up with too much ego or drama, and you're not going to work.
I shared something that said, like, you got 3 beefs before I think that you're the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you got beef with 3 people, you're probably the problem.
Yeah.
That's a good theory, man, because it probably is true.
You see the people that are always spewing negative, online and stuff, and like you just don't want to be with those people.
Yeah.
You want somebody that's going to bring each other up.
Yeah. I mean, you can think what you want sometimes, and it's like I'll have to bite my own tongue for certain reasons, but ultimately it's like I would like to be neutral as much as I can, you know, because I don't know what's going on the other side, you know. So
just be a good human to other humans, you know.
But
it's not
I
too
would
hard
say
of
the
a job.
majority of the time when you go out, it's so cool to be around everybody and, you know, be with like people, you know.
That's why I tell people I've gone to see live music, you know, like, hey, it's not some kind of rowdy. No, it's very embracing community, man. And I love it.
You feel the love when you're out there,
and there's a few around country here that I love to go be a part of, and
especially see the same people show up for your shows. You know, that's like that touches you. You know,
As far as everything that I've started this past couple years, at least with Stellar, and then with also with recording, and then doing more video. That's the thing is like I constantly add more people to my circle, you know, and it's not really like close, like personal circle, right? It's more like, you know, I know what this kind of person is like, and I know that they're a good dude or good woman, whatever. Like I tend to like I pick up on if they kind of bring darkness with them, or they bring bad attitudes.
Feel that energy, right?
Yeah, in the way other people are, you know. But I don't really go out as much anymore. I've been very, very busy at home working my double shifts, like
you got full
editing
house.
And then being a dad. Like those things are
it's a full-time job.
Yeah, I kind of had to shift everything around, but it's definitely picking up this year. I'm also working with different local businesses. I think James Lawler, you know him?
Yeah.
You were at the wedding.
Yeah, we had Lawler in the house.
I just finished up their big, long wedding video. You know how long ago that
Jesus.
was.
Yeah,
you had your drone out there and everything, right?
Yeah, the thing is, it was like, this is a lot of moments, and I spent a lot of time packaging up like a 2-minute long recap, and I released that to them very quickly after the wedding.
Right, I remember that.
And I was like, okay, this should hold over because like the amount of data was like screwing up my computer, and then I ended up having to move and all this other stuff, and I was like, man, this is kicking me down. But you know, thankfully I was able to finish it, and we're already starting up. He's gonna do some more promotions for his revamp of his shop.
His laser.
Pretty much everything. I guess the tattooing and the
lasering.
Yeah. So that's going to be a good opportunity for me to do more on the, you know, not music, not, you know, film type stuff, more like corporate style stuff, you know. And
there's big business in that too,
and I've even gone to,
especially Houston.
There's a friend of mine who's she runs a salon, you know. We're gonna work with her, and as far as my job, they kind of gave me free reign to work on anything safety related.
Cool.
As long as I think our safety coordinator works with me and like decides, you know, this needs to be in, this doesn't. So I've very much got my feet in some new territory this year, and it's starting to look like, you know,
you're not going to have any free time, man.
Yeah, that. But you know, I might move away a little bit from the live performance videos. Those are difficult on my own, but I've done 3 or 4 of those this past year, and it's like I kind of got it down to a list, but it's like all internal, where I'm like, okay, I need audio, I need 2 lines from the board, I need this, I need to do a sound check during sound check. Cool, that's good. I need to make sure that card is good. Then I gotta set up a tripod for the drummer, a tripod for the main the front of house, and then have my handheld up in the front. And whenever it's time to roll, that is the most stressful. Like, did I check everything? Did I check the back door? Like, is everything locked in? Yeah. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes everything's good, and there's a lot of redundancy. Like the front of house camera's got.
But you're doing it all by yourself still.
Yeah, and I've had my buddy Noe from Aramite. He helped me on one of them just because I knew he was free, and he asked me if he could help help out anytime.
Yeah, it's good to have an extra hand.
And and sure enough, he came out there and we handled that for a country artist. And it's a new place I'd never been before. Huge room, not really any good acoustics in it.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, you get what you get on this one. But no, I think those, I worked with Dire Infernum and Kissing Judas. And
oh, yeah.
I've done.
You just did Kissing Judas at House of Blues, right?
Yeah.
With Rat.
Yes.
Very cool.
Cool. I bumped into that guy.
Did you? Stephen Piercy?
Yeah, I didn't talk to him. I just bumped into him literally.
Wow. That's cool.
But
man.
it was cool to see him on stage. But
yeah.
I also did some work for some tributes. Minutes to Midnight. I did.
Oh yeah.
Their show when we played together at BFE.
Mm-hmm.
And those are kind of easy to edit in a way,
yeah.
Especially because you just kind of set it and forget it for each song, and then later on, I'm doing multicam editing now, where
cool.
you just kind of tap the screen on the feed you want, or you hit 1, 2, or 3, and it changes, and it's like you just watch it once, and it's done. And like before, and I even do music videos.
Yeah, you're
like
having
that.
to cut out sequences, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
And the way I did it before, that was more like the way an audio engineer would have to do it, to where they're like listening along and they're like, I like this, but I don't like this. Let me, let's switch the channel here, and they cut it out. But get the best of each take, and then, cascade them into one, and it's like everything is good, Mm-hmm. But no, I don't know. Those are kind of difficult, stressful, but once I'm locked in and then the show's about to start and I know everything is a go, I feel a lot better about it. But yeah, even Dead said, we were talking about like, let's go handle one of these jobs together as a band, to where we go film another band and that we make money that way.
Yeah.
And that's been, definitely everybody's on board with that, because Josh has been big into YouTube videos now. He's making his own tutorials and his own sound related reels or whatever.
Yeah.
What are they called? Shorts.
And
yeah. Rob has his own Twitch channel, which he rehearses there almost every week, a couple times. He even does reviews of things, and like we all kind of have that interest, in it. So might as well make some money together, doing something we kind of understand together.
Yep.
So
good opportunity.
Yeah. And as far as photos go, I'm still doing. I luckily stepped into that world and realized how many rules I could break.
Yeah.
Because with video, like, like if you're shooting a certain shutter or frame rate, your shutter's got to be specifically on something. Yeah. If you have certain lights that
color,
like that, or not even just the color. It's more like the power source and the way that it's half wave.
Mm-hmm.
If you're filming in a house or something, you got flickers and all this stuff.
You got fluorescents that aren't right.
You got to replace those lights, and like, there's those rules.
Yeah.
Like with photo, I realized I could break a lot of them, especially doing concert photography, and
meaning you can color correct after and stuff like that. You mean?
Well, yeah, that's also something that surprised me. But what I mean to say is, like, my shutter can be whatever it wants. My ISO could be whatever it wants.
Yeah.
My aperture, like all that, it doesn't really matter as long as I can get the clean shot.
Yeah.
You have free reign to adjust any of those settings. But in video, it's like you got to turn two knobs at the same time, right? In order for it to look right, or else your drummer has like rubber sticks the whole time.
Right.
And it's like, dang, my shutter speed was off.
Yeah.
Like, but no, I got really lucky. I was like trying to reach out to concert review publication places, and I got one. It was Why Not? Music Why Not? And there's a few other ones like Space City Frequency, and like there's plenty of them. But this one, they were able to give me about 8 or 9 different concerts, credentials and passes to go took photos, and I learned a lot on that. It's so critical to be quick about that turnaround time because they're like, you got 24 hours to turn all this stuff in, and it's like, how do you decide 20 pictures of the 1,000 that
600
you took?
probably 1,600 plus easy.
Yeah, and they're like,
easy.
Oh, you could take all three bands' photos, just 3 songs and out, and it's like, man, I have 15 minutes per band to really get some good stuff, or else it's just not, But then you go looking around, and you're like, oh, this guy's photos aren't that great. He's doing all right. So you're like, okay, cool. But the editing itself, that's
what takes a lot of time for me. That's why I'm careful about what I say yes to these days.
Well, yeah, with Lightroom, now that I see the updates and all the masking tools, it's like, would you like your subject to be actually visible? Yes, here you go. Click this, and now you're the person's like the masking technology in there now is like amazing. Yeah, to where I don't have to worry about anything. Like I don't have to worry if somebody's under their chin was too dark or whatever. I just kind of highlight that area and bring it up, and it's very nice to have that function where you can select the background only or the sky only, and just kind of make your adjustments because the highlights are normally blown out. You bring them back, and it's like, I don't know, it's all a learning experience, but some places they don't give you any justice at all. They have crappy background lighting, and if you know cinematography, separation is everything, and it's like, everything looks good, but you guys look like your backs are against the wall, and we know it's like 30 feet back there. So what happened? And it's like, well, the background needs to be lit, or they need to be backlit or something. So it's like there's a lot to think about it, So when you do get those jobs and you kind of fall flat on your face, it's like, how can I blame the venue?
Yeah, lighting is everything, man. When you're shooting anything.
Yeah,
lighting is everything.
I think I struck out maybe once in photography, and that's just because I didn't know what I was doing anyway. And then, knock on wood, I haven't yet struck out on a video, to where someone was unhappy with something. Somebody might say they were, but only to just not pay you the rest of the money. Just
having the basic knowledge of like your metering and your light and your shutter speed, aperture. Just having at least the basics on those will get you through most everything. Yeah. Lightroom is very forgiving with photos because, you can, especially shooting raw, right?
Yeah, raw.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Man, sometimes I forget that the raw's not on. Sometimes, or that only happened like once, like recently, where I was like, okay, here's all my JPEGs. Where's all the good shit? But no,
you definitely want to shoot raw.
Yeah, and I was gonna say as far as doing, I guess I lost my train of thought. God dang.
I do it all the time.
I saw his foot and I was like, are you trying to tell me something?
Stretch.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I
forgot to stretch myself, but no, I'm enjoying the times where I get a job where the stress is off me, where I have a lot of time. That's great. But when it comes down to the shows where it's like, you really got these 3, 5 minute, 4 minute songs, whatever, and you're done. Yeah. Or you rented this place for 3 hours and that's all you got and you're done. Yeah. And it's like, dang, like I really enjoy the times where it's like, oh, well, this is my dad's warehouse and we just got all the time we want.
Yeah.
Like,
Speaking of which, I have a buddy that has it's a boxing gym, a lot of kickboxing, martial arts. He just moved into a new facility off of 105. And
Conroe.
And if you know somebody that needs to shoot.
Like some music videos.
Yeah.
Oh, he rents it out? Or yeah. Oh,
it's got a really big space.
I definitely do.
Yeah, I'll introduce you. Yeah, because that's a new boy.
It's brand new.
Yeah, because now he can host tournaments there. Yeah. And I said, man, you've got other possibilities you can deal with.
It looks like a 50 by 60 something.
Well,
it's freaking huge.
Yeah. My brother, my younger brother, he's a really good rapper. And he's got a song called Number One Contender. And I was like, man, we need a boxing.
Oh, he's even got a ring. Yeah, he's got rings. He's got mats too. Yeah.
I have a cousin who has a boxing gym in Conroe as well.
Yeah. No,
if you need a boxing gym.
Those situations come up all the time though. Yeah. Like the metaphorical symbolism of the boxing.
Yeah, it's called
ring.
Pequeños in Conroe. It's a boxing gym.
Yeah, and then in the place that
you're talking about. He has the octagon junkyard.
Yeah,
has the octagon.
Oh, but he also has now.
Does he have a boxing?
He also has a boxing, and he's got the mats where they do
because he does a Muay Thai.
Yeah,
competition.
They've also got the mat ones, like Danielson and that.
Yeah, so
but they've also they can clear all that out.
Yeah,
they can clear all the mats out, and you have plenty of room to shoot whatever the hell you want to shoot. And he's got an upstairs vantage point, and there's a downstairs too. So it's really good.
Yeah, he's unregistered as a location so far, or is it?
It's brand new. It's brand new move-in. So yeah, anytime you want to, you want to come with me and meet me one day, I'll take you by.
Sure, that'd be nice. Yeah, I even wanted to film a fight scene long ago, just to show. That interaction, that
like
hand
a promo?
to hand, just a promo for
your video.
Yeah, well, it's for actually one of our songs, "Find the Fear." That was more like a fight song or whatever.
Okay.
So we were talking about that, but in the same sense, I was also trying to develop my film reel to where I was like, okay, I can film a fight scene, I can film a hand to hand combat thing or whatever.
So for your reel,
yeah. And that's always going to be interesting to me. I think I was telling you about.
Well, they got plenty of fighters there that can step up for you and do it.
That'd be nice.
That'd be cool. Well, man, thanks for being here and
it was good
having to sit down with us.
Man. It's a nice setup we got here.
Yeah, and also, first off, before we let you go, give us all the socials you want to promote, man.
Oh man, so myself. As far as I go, Check 1-2 Films, Check 1-2 Productions. To be honest, Dead Set Red, that's my baby. Stellar, I'm very proud of that project. We have LinkedIn. I mean, not LinkedIn. We have link trees for all of those. But Dead Set Red, or at Dead Set Red for the Instagram, and then for Stellar, it's Stellar_HTX.
But it's Check 1-2. Are you on Instagram? Or?
Yeah, Check 1-2, all one word, and no numbers. Actually, people always say Check 12 or whatever, but it's like Check and then ONETWO.
Yeah, okay.
But
gotcha.
No, I'm all over the place. Got a TikTok, and I tend to make little short home videos with the kids regarding film, little horror films and DIY stuff. And I'm probably gonna expand on that later, maybe develop more. But at this point, I'm still shooting video. I'd like to shoot more storyline related music videos, and as far as lighting and stuff goes, I started doing a lot of that with Stellar, so I'm even in the business of doing that, programming DMX lighting, and got a lot of things going on. But for the most part, I think it's pretty balanced, and I appreciate you guys for kind of having this platform and period, because how will anybody know about anything, if they're as busy as me, and if they're as busy as you guys, you got to be presented some of that,
and everything
sometimes.
helps.
Uplift your fellow man, man. That's kind of a big thing for us.
That's right, man.
So we're glad to have you on, man.
Yeah, it's been great. Thanks, appreciate it.
You bet. This is the Nonsense Chronicles, and we are out of here.
Later.